When you say, "Look at the lot on TV," okay, you're looking at TV. You know what I'm going to imagine up in America. Go.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, prime how to call you, Suzuki can look
Because we should be coming like it. I'll go at a more. Give us you. You must see my hair. I got
to eat. Go and I get a more.
Go. I'll take it towards.
Oh, that gets a break for the more.
Come. Gary. I'll bleach.
Say a book and you bounce and I run.
Down here it says forgiveness should be for you, right? The way I perceive it is like, forgiveness should be for you. As a person, I cannot forgive you to try and keep you. I cannot say, oh, I forgive you so that I think that's foul play, and it's also not healthy for our relationship. I don't know.
Yeah, the same way as like holding a grudge and stuff. Like, you're holding a grudge for someone else, it's eating you, and that
it's eating me up.
Continue
in
with
your
the,
fun,
you know?
In your fun now.
Well, yeah, this one I fully agree with. forgiveness should be for you. Like, you should be okay with the situation and the resolutions that you came to.
Yeah. Okay. The second one, I hope I'm not too fast, right? But then the second one reads, relationship deal breakers. What are your relationship deal breakers? Do you have, or did you have?
Not to say I have one in mind right now, because like 12 years and Ghani,
anything can happen, right?
Play. Yeah.
12
years and Ghani is not child's play. And maybe I did have. Well, let me say I did have.
Yeah.
But as you grow and you realize how bittersweet the world can be, you realize, like, I can live with this.
Yeah.
I can overcome
this. This is not too bad after all.
Yeah, I can overcome this. I can
let my guard down every now and again.
Yeah, people are dying out there like my deal breaker is a toilet seat up. You know, like that kind of thing. So now, so far, I would say my deal breaker is going to be something unexpected. Like, what? You, of all people, like, you know, I think it goes more to the trust level of things, because when I trust you, I put everything there for you.
Exactly.
I put everything there for you. So I don't know how well you have messed that up. I think that's when I will say,
so
you know, like, well, there are a lot of things, like, there's cheatings that was this what was, and you know, like, you done hold, or I done hold, or you know, but I think those are things when are within your forgivable forte. You know, you can say, like, you know what, we can work through this. We can work through this. Well, with that being said, I don't have that thing. This is
a deal breaker. Yes.
Yeah.
Lena, I wouldn't say like I have a specific deal breaker, because I've been with you for a very long time. I've got to know you during that time, and Elena, I've learned a lot of about myself. I've seen a lot of things happening, and a lot of things that I thought would be deal breakers eventually didn't break us.
Exactly.
So, which is why, Kere, you know what, the relationship I did find happen.
Maybe a deal breaker will be when one of us die before one another, or before the other. Be like, you left me here.
MF?
Motherfucker.
Alone?
I'm done with you. And your dead ass.
Okay, right here we have like 3 deal breakers. That I've written down, which is like infidelity, finances, and negative influence from outsiders. Which one do you think is like your pet peeve?
Now I would say negative
influence.
From...
Lena, like, you know, I think one thing about my husband and I is that we haven't really taken what's been said from outsiders. I think that's also like one of the reasons why him and I are still together after this long.
You know, like, it's hard to take things from someone you don't really owe, you know. When someone you don't owe anything to, and then it comes like, man, you should do this like this, or you should do this, like, you shouldn't go there, you should, like, what?
And especially like some other times now we take advices from people who are like, how do you take an advice from a person who's been with their partner through everything and is still with their partner, and he comes to you and says, yeah, let her go? How, dog? How?
Exactly.
When you are still with that
you're with
person.
your partner.
Yeah, and you
are my shit. You are my shit, nigga. Like, do what you're doing, and then I come and say, maybe to open up our way, and like, you know what? Say for example, my woman cheated on me. Like, no, it's a little more. Like, it's a little more. What have you been seeing? What are you looking at?
Yeah, what were you looking for? Anyway, let's continue. couples sometimes get too comfortable, don't you think? And couples being too comfortable, I think it leaves a void in the relationship, because we sort of like take time to ourselves and neglect our partners. And when I see that, because sometimes, even most of the time, not even sometimes, sorry, most of the times when that happens, right, it's like it's one person I realizing who's in the relationship, I realizing, oh, but I'm not happy because I miss 1, 2, 3. It doesn't automatically happen right? Yeah. But now when you see changes in your relationship, say like you are not happy with, right? And your partner maybe doesn't seem to want to change, your partner can't really go back to doing that, because life happens and we grow up, our palates change, our all of a sudden you're now colorblind. You can't see red no more. Those are prime colors. You must see red, right?
If you're colorblind, you're colorblind. It's all black and white.
Is it black and white?
There's no gray.
Isn't it you can't see other colors but red, blue, and green?
Color. Those are colors.
I don't know how it works, but
there's color and there's grayscale. On a grayscale.
Yeah.
Grayscale, that's all you see. You wanna see 1910 era.
That's it.
That's what you see. Yeah.
I also do think, we can heal while still in a relationship, because sometimes when we fight, we are fighting to be apart. We are fighting because of something that happened that's just making us uncomfortable in the relationship. And it doesn't mean like our relationship is unhealthy when we fight. It just means we are going through this because it's not compatible to our relationship, so we're fighting to take it out. Do you understand?
Sort of like fighting your differences, to find a common ground. Exactly.
Yeah. And this one reads, forgiveness is not approval, right? Just cause you're forgiveness is not approval. Just because you forgive your partner doesn't mean that you're now condoning the behavior. You are now condoning the behavior. Do you get? What do you think about that?
When you forgive is when everything now is back to normal.
Yeah.
I mean, if I say forgive me for,
but is it that everything is back to normal?
No, like maybe working towards that.
Yeah.
If I say forgive me for doing this wrong, I mean the next possible words should be I will never do it again.
And then you go again and do the same thing you said you won't do. Hey, I can't. Hey guys, I hope that's not a swear word. And if it is, I'm kissing Mazu. Okay, forgiveness is not conditional. I think it is. I think forgiveness is conditional because, like you said, I'm sorry, then the next thing that follows is I will never do it again.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a condition that you like sort of like putting for yourself in our relationship?
I think it's a bad use.
It's more like assurance.
Yeah, we can put it as that. Like, you can't forgive me for for cheating while out clubbing, and I'm still out clubbing. Should that happen, it won't get a lot of building. But if you forgive me and then next Friday I'm out again clubbing,
yeah, if you do the same thing,
it shakes whatever you try to do. Yeah, it shakes the trust. Yeah. Forgiveness is it is not conditional. It is not conditional. They are not conditions of forgiveness. They are things that cost this thing about forgiveness. I guess. So if you want forgiveness and you still keeping those things, like, then you're not really looking for forgiveness.
Yeah. If you're still doing those things, and so, I get it.
Now the condition in this sense, well, I forgive you for cheating me while clubbing, so maybe like stop drinking. You know.
But why does it have to be something out of the box?
Which is why Kere is unconditional. If it's concerning this, those are not conditions. Those are the things. That's the problem. That's the problem. So if you want forgiveness, the problem should be worked on.
Yeah.
So you can't put other things and then you say, I forgive you for this. Now 1, 2, 3 fall into the pot. You know.
Yeah, I get you.
You put conditions into that.
Yeah. Okay, so in the Bible, right? Peter asked Jesus, how many times should we forgive? And Jesus said 70 times 7. For me, the way I perceive thing is not a mathematical problem. It's just like you should forgive many times.
As much as you can.
As much as you, not even as much as you, as a lot of times.
As times as you can.
Yeah. Well, that's all I say. But now, seeing that Rona, as people, we are not from the ancient Bible times, we are not Jesus, although we are of God, but we are.
Yeah, we are not Jesuses. We're not.
Yeah, you did.
I saw this analogy of science, whereby there's like a cliff and then a stream of water running through, and that stream eventually cut through the rock. So it sort of shows you like how long did that rock stay. Like
if you persist on the thing,
bear in mind that's a rock.
Yeah,
that's a rock, and water is just it's water.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm saying like, as a person, you can only take as much. As a human being, you can only take in or forgive as much.
Yeah.
Eventually, something is going to be broken. Especially when, how to know forgive from 21, like it hits the same spot over and over and over and over.
People will also see and look at you from outside and say, just because y'all are fighting, yeah, be it publicly or privately, just because y'all are fighting, there's trouble in paradise. Someone is about to be dumped. Don't look like what's like in the episodes of whatever. But there's a lot of stories behind them. They are not living nice. They this, they that. But at the end of the day, guys, people who fight, they eventually most of the times, and a lot of times you don't want to see it, you don't want to hear it because you are jealous. A lot of times it's because you don't want to see it. You just want to hear the bad things about relationships.
And like adding to that, one of the things couples are subconsciously condescending towards one another. Like my wife, I can come up with something, and then my wife gives me an advice like, how about you do this and this and this, and you go like, okay, now I'll see. Like you sort of brushing it off, and then you go outside or you on your phone and
you get the same.
You get the same advice, and then you come back, and then you come back. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna do this and this, and then your wife is looking at you like,
well, didn't I say I should do that? And you said,
and because happy distance because those things that like forgiveness and stuff. If you don't feel okay with your partner's advice, like you say, like, I'm not sure. Like, how about you guys discuss it? Don't just don't just brush it off. Don't just brush it off.
Don't brush it
discuss it and see the way forward.
Yeah.
Or you say, you know what, I will consider it. You know, like, okay, become professional about it. You know, like, okay, I will consider it. I will get back to you on that one. And then you do whatever you do. Maybe it's a research that makes you think, hooray, your partner was right. And then you can be like, you know what? I will try that you said.
Yeah. A lot of people tend to think, hooray, forgiveness symbolizes weakness. For me, I don't think it symbolizes weakness. Sometimes, or most of the times, people in relationships just want peace. They want to live with their partners in peace. They want to love each other in peace. We understand, hooray, I understand. And yeah, I think that's the whole reason why people forgive each other. And it doesn't mean, hooray, you are a stupid person. How to forgive your partner?
Yeah, it is because it's kind of sad when you are with your partner. You've been through what you've been through, and then you see whatever is happening. It could be on social media or whatever. You see celebrities taking each other to jail, and then later on coming back to drop the charges and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's
mostly on,
I would say it's common human behavior. It's just that the other one is seen more than the other.
Yeah. This thing, people are like, there is fighting and there is abuse. Yes. Do you get? There is us fighting physically with each other. We are fighting. We understand. And then there is just abuse. And then there is just abuse. More the other party feels like, but I don't deserve this. I didn't do anything to deserve this.
That one we don't condone, guys.
That one we don't condone. We're also not saying y'all should like go around beating each other up. No.
You should go fight and sleep it off. Like, you can sleep it off even without fighting.
That's even better. Sleep it off without even fighting. But all I'm saying, like, like newlyweds, I know who to like go home, talk to Mewa High, talk to Mama High or whatever. Guys, some things you just need to like deal with it. As a couple.
Because whatever psychologically, arguments, they tend to turn personal, even though you're not intending to, you know. Like, if you in an argument, like, okay, let me say a debate, and it sort of turns into an argument, like, switch it off.
Yeah.
Switch it off, like, you know what, like.
Yeah, you look like a guy and I'm not ready.
Yeah, this is enough of this. How about we continue with whatever we're doing before we get into this debate, you know?
Okay, so this one says, practice forgiveness and tolerance if you want to maintain a relationship. I think that is 100% correct. You cannot come into a relationship holding grudges. You cannot come into a relationship already saying, oh, when I enter, I will show him. He must just say, I will show him. No, you don't enter relationships. I understand. Just let things flow.
Yeah, now in a perspective, learn the differences.
Like I said, when you forgive, make sure it's for you. You are forgiving a person because you want to heal. Make sure like you are in your right state of mind before you even start to say I'm forgiving a person. But even though like you want to let go of the person, make sure like you yourself are going to deal and heal with that situation.
Sure
forgive yourself and forgive that person so that you can move on. Or when you move to a different or next, because obviously there's always going to be like the next relationship. You're not going to be single forever, honey. That can never happen. Finish choking. Okay, guys, and another thing that I've seen making the rounds on social media is, oh honey, remember you're the prize. Let me tell you, honey, baby, You can't always be the prize. And if you perceive yourself to be the prize always,
then you are selfish and you deserve to be alone.
If you come into a relationship and call yourself the prize, what about the next person? Do you have feelings for them? Do you think for them? What about them? Okay? Will you forgive them if you are like the prize? And
get this, sorry to interrupt. Like, if you are the prize, and then you are objectified, and then you come back crying, like you already objectified yourself.
Yeah, you already objectified yourself.
And then if someone finds you and treat you as a prize, objectify you as a prize that you say you are, then we now have to come back here and cry for you.
Exactly. As I was saying before, I was interrupted by my lovely husband. He doesn't like it when I say he's beautiful. So, as I was saying, guys, when you come into a relationship and always call yourself a prize name, it might not be a bad thing, but it's just like, it's very narcissistical of you to say you're a prize for me, because I think, when you are in a relationship, you should look at your partner, look around and say, wow, I've won, right? I have won. Y'all should look at each other as prizes. Not when not coming here and claiming, oh, you're the only prize in the relationship, because baby, honey, some prizes, boy, now some prizes had you know. I'm trying to make an answer. You might be that prize that's never won. So I feel like you are a narcissist when you say you are the prize. What about the next person? When you're in a relationship, you have to think for each other. You have to love each other. You are both prizes. You both won each other. If that makes sense. You cannot come in like when the shit. Liena, he's hot. He's hot. Hence osa robali. Ha go bua le banana ba bang fela o sontse o hlanya o price jwang e buang wena. Let me not even go there, but anywho. Oh guys, listen, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Sorry, this was a very lovely segment, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, it was.
What the hell, King?
Don't bully me on
Why
TV.
are you smiling like that?
Don't bully me on TV, woman.
I will.
Don't bully me on TV, woman. Now expose.
Hey, well, hopefully I might. And I was not exposed like. Oh, I felt like one. But guys, thank you very much for tuning into Relationships and Beyond. I'm Bentley.
This is Love Bravery.
And we are outie from Relationships and Beyond.